This is going to be a fun one in the welterweight division because both of these dudes throw down, but there's a pretty distinct difference between the two. Of course, Bryan Battle seems to be surging right now, in my opinion. You know, he's looked better than he ever has. The dude who was picked last on the Ultimate Fighter is just, you know, surging through and through. But this dude, Jousset, apologies, man. This dude's good, man. Good striking, technical striking, willing to slip and rip in the pocket. And that's where I think things are going to get really interesting. So what's your assessment of this?
Yeah, Derek, I'm with you. I like Jousset for the kind of grounded style he has, right? He's able to sit there, he's able to trade, he's able to look good in those moments. He's very durable, and I don't want to say this as a disrespectful thing. He's very fundamental, right? He's very basic. He's good at those fundamentals. But like we said before in the past, man, those are the ways that you work yourself into those spots that get you the highlight reel TKOs. He's going to be, like you said, ripping and slipping in the body. He's very grounded in the way he goes about it, and with a fast and animated style of fighter that Bryan Battle is, this is a nice kind of polar opposite mix of two people that are going to clash to try to get to the middle of the cage and dominate each other.
Yeah, man. When you say, like, I say rooted when I think Jousset, just rooted into the ground, willing to throw more, land a little bit more. It's a limited data set right here, but he does land more significant strikes per, you know, minute than Bryan Battle. What popped off the tape for me is when I was looking at him, even though Battle's going to have the reach advantage right here, it seems like he gets a little hesitant to just start throwing him out there. All of his movements, like his footwork, it's all just kind of micro steps, little mini steps, but it's also like little mini feints and offbeat patterns to where you can't get the reads. Like you said, Jousset, he'll sit there, slip, leg kick, big hook, watch for that check left hook all day long because he's going to be throwing that the entire fight, right? But he's willing to be there. Bryan Battle, in my opinion, is going to not be there when Jousset expects him to be, which will allow him to launch off some of those distance strikes, the big kicks that he lands, and all of that good stuff. My main concern right here is really a volume thing more than anything. Is Jousset just going to throw more than Battle? What do you think?
I could see that. The thing that worries me about the Jousset throwing more is because you're sitting in one spot continuously pumping shots out. The guard has to come back. There has to be holes. And if Bryan Battle isn't in that spot you think he is, he's going to be right on the side. He has great movement, great foot speed. He's able to find those exact angles to be able to hit you hard. Man, Bryan Battle, when he hits you, you feel it.
Yeah, I mean, it pops off the page, right? If you're looking at the finishing methodologies for Bryan Battle, bro, this is nasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 finishes, 7 finishes in his last 10 fights, man. This dude is getting him out of there. So the first thing that I wanted to discuss before anything is just taking a look at that over, man. The over on this one is 2.5, minus 230 for the over, plus 200 for the under. What do you make?
Ooh, plus 200 for the under.
Yeah.
That's kind of sounding interesting to me, Derek, because it's hard to get either of these guys going backwards, right?
Yeah.
Both of them want to be that dominant fighter in the middle of the ring. I can see a finish, and you said it's 2.5?
Yeah.
Man, I kind of like the under.
I think it's definitely an interesting one. Here's the thing more than anything, man. I think that Jousset can win this if it's a pure striking affair. I think he can win it. I think he's the superior striker, right? But Bryan Battle poses a different threat that Jousset, I don't know if he'll be able to handle, which is the grappling, man. I think Battle mixes it up, and if he mixes it up, that's where I think we start getting a little bit longer. Maybe a submission comes in. That's one of the things I want to talk about here, but I think that the well-rounded fighter Bryan Battle is going to be able to kind of just switch those levels, man, give you different looks. Now you can't be as rooted because if that takedown is coming, you got to be ready and watching for that. Jousset, though, I will say he does have some good takedown defense on there as well. So when we're looking at just the line overall, man, I just want to make it super clear. If Bryan Battle is the pick right here, you are saying you like the under, but which of these props are we pulling here? Because I think that plus 575 submission has a lot of juice, but plus 145 decision for Bryan Battle just seems like cash money. What do you think?
It does seem like cash money, Derek, and I don't want to be contradictive here because that does make a lot of sense, right? Playing on paper, that makes all sense all day in the world. That's more than likely what you should be putting your money on, folks. But I'm with you. Plus 575 for a fighter who we have seen, or at least haven't had the ability to see how he does in that kind of washing machine style of fight. I think Bryan Battle could get a submission right here. And I like I said, I like the under for exactly those moments that Bryan Battle are going to be able to exploit.
Yeah, you're not seeing, Jousset get submitted a bunch, but I will say the dude has some experience. He's fought some guys, right? But he has fought one guy that is aged very well. He lost the fight, but he did fight Jack Della Maddalena back in 2019, man. So, hey, this ain't the first time. Bryan Battle, on the same hand, man. Bryan Battle's fought a lot of good guys too, man. So, something to think about. But Bryan Battle is the pick right here. And then, yeah, plus 145 for the decision. That's my play on Bryan Battle all day long if you're not taking him at pure money line odds, which let me just ask you before we get out of here. Do you take him at a pure money line odd right now? What is he? Minus 175. Do you just take Bryan Battle minus 175?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think he has multiple ways to win that. I like 175 for him. Not horrible.
I think, yeah, fair ticket price against Jousset. It'll be interesting, but that's the pick.